Am I invisible to you? When a janitor confronts the billionaire CEO who changed everything. Opening scene: the empty hallway. The floor gleamed under the soft hum of fluorescent lights. Every step echoed in the marble corridor, empty, cold, too perfect. Marcus Hayes, 58, janitor at Lenox Tech Towers, ran the mop along the tiles, humming softly to fill the silence. The night shift was his companion, 12 years of wiping coffee stains, polishing glass doors, and being invisible. Until tonight. Because tonight, the CEO himself, Ethan Lennox, the man whose face was plastered on magazines and Forbes covers, was still upstairs. Marcus had seen the man 100 times in passing. Polished shoes, designer suits, bodyguards that made even his shadow seem expensive. And yet, Marcus had never heard him say a word to anyone below his pay grade. Not once. But that was about to change. Scene 2: the elevator encounter. At 1:17 a.m. the elevator dinged. Marcus froze, mop in hand. The doors slid open and out stepped Ethan Lennox himself, eyes tired, tie loosened, a half-empty bottle of water in one hand. He almost walked right past Marcus. Almost. Marcus cleared his throat. Long night, sir. Ethan barely glanced his way. You could say that. Marcus smiled. Well, that makes two of us. The CEO nodded vaguely, eyes on his phone. Then he started walking again. That's when Marcus said it. Quietly, but sharp enough to stop him mid-step. Am I invisible to you? The words hung in the air like broken glass. Ethan turned slowly, eyebrows drawn. Excuse me. Marcus leaned on his mop. I said, am I invisible to you? 12 years I've been cleaning this building. You walk past me every night like I'm part of the furniture. A flicker of surprise crossed Ethan's face. Then something else: discomfort. I didn't mean. I know, Marcus cut in. That's the point. Nobody means to. But it still hurts like hell to be unseen. The silence stretched. Only the faint buzz of the lights filled it. Then, to Marcus's shock, Ethan said, you're right. Scene 3: the rooftop. Ethan gestured toward the elevator. Come with me. Marcus frowned. Sir, I'm not supposed. Consider it an order from your boss. Moments later, they stood on the rooftop, city lights sprawling beneath them. The skyline shimmered like a sea of diamonds. Ethan handed Marcus a cup of coffee from the break room dispenser. I built this company from nothing, he said quietly. Started coding in a garage, slept on a couch. Then, when success came, I stopped seeing people. Everyone became a transaction. Marcus sipped, listening. Ethan sighed. My wife left me 3 years ago. Said I was surrounded by people but lived alone. My son barely talks to me now. Marcus set his cup down. Sounds like you traded your sight for ambition. Ethan gave a hollow chuckle. You could say that. Then Marcus asked softly, when was the last time you said thank you, not to impress someone, not for PR but because you meant it? Ethan blinked. The question hit harder than expected. Scene 4: the flashback twist. Marcus turned to look over the city. You don't remember me, do you? Ethan frowned. Should I? Marcus smiled sadly. It was 15 years ago. Your car broke down on Route 11, in the rain. A man stopped to help you, fixed your flat, gave you his umbrella. Ethan's eyes widened. That was you. Marcus nodded. You were just some kid with a busted laptop and a dream. You said you were going to build something great. I told you not to forget the people who helped you on the way up. Ethan exhaled, stunned. You're the reason I made it to that investor meeting. That night changed everything. Marcus chuckled. Guess it did. For you, anyway. Ethan's voice cracked slightly. And I forgot you. Scene 5. The breaking point. The CEO turned away, guilt tightening his jaw. I'm sorry. Marcus shrugged. Apologies don't mop floors. That line lingered between them not as bitterness, but as truth. Then Ethan did something no one expected. He picked up Marcus's mop and began cleaning the tile beside him. Marcus stared. Sir, what are you doing? Learning, Ethan said quietly. From someone who still sees what matters. The billionaire CEO and the janitor stood side by side, wiping away invisible stains. Two men on opposite ends of life's ladder, finally meeting eye to eye. Scene 6. 1 year later. A year later, Lennox Tech looked different. The janitors had name badges now. Cafeteria staff got health benefits. Every employee, from the top floor to the basement, got a handwritten birthday card from Ethan himself. And on the lobby wall, a plaque read, "To Marcus Hayes, who reminded us all to see the unseen." Marcus didn't want fame. He still pushed his cart down those same halls, humming to the same rhythm. But sometimes, when he passed Ethan in the corridor, the CEO would stop, look him straight in the eyes, and say, "Good evening, Marcus. How's your daughter doing?" And Marcus would grin. "Better every day, sir. Better every day." Ending the message. Because sometimes, kindness isn't about grand gestures. It's about seeing the person right in front of you, the ones who hold the world together quietly, without applause. And sometimes, the smallest confrontation, a question whispered in a hallway, can change everything. Am I invisible to you? The answer, finally, was no.